Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cam Zone. Today in this video we will study about the topic Bravias lattice. Okay, in the last video we studied about space lattice and unit cell, and in the space lattice it was assumed that the points that was the lattice points, they were present only at the corners of this unit cell. Okay, the points were present only at the corner of the unit cell. But the detailed study of the crystal, it was being made by the French mathematician Bravias in the year 1848, and what he discovered that the in the unit cells the particles were present not only at the corners, मतलब corners पे तो होंगे, but also present also present maybe maybe in the center of the body of the unit cell, center of body of unit cell, or maybe in the center of the each face of unit cell. Okay, thus this gave rise to the 14 different types of lattices corresponding into the 7 different crystallographic systems, or we can say that crystal systems. It gave rise to the 14 three-dimensional Bravias lattices. Okay, so now what are the Bravias lattices? These are the lattices, these are the 14 Bravias lattices which shows about the how the particles they are being arranged inside the crystals on the basis of the 7 crystal systems, which are the cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal, trigonal, monoclinic and triclinic. Thus, before discussing about this more about the Bravias lattice, we must have the information about what are primitive and what are centered unit cells. The unit cells are being classified into the two types. First is primitive and second is centered unit cell. So coming on this primitive unit cell, these are defined as the simplest type of the unit cells in which the particles are present only at the corners of the unit cell. Okay, centered unit cell, it is a modified type of this primitive one, and in this the particles are not only present at the corners of the unit cells but may be present at the maybe at the center of the each face of the unit cell, maybe at the center of body of the unit cell, or maybe present at the center of each opposite face of the unit cell. Okay, in the first case, when the particles, in addition to the corner, are being present at the center of the each face of the unit cell, then this type of the unit cell, if it is known as the face-centered cubic unit cell. Okay, and this can be shown by this that there are 6 faces in this type of the crystals, and these in center of these 6 faces, there are being found the 6 different lattice points along with the points at the corners. It is the representation of FCC, and in case of the BCC, we can mark it by this color. The BCC, it is present the particles not only at the corners but center of the body of the unit cell, and center of the body can be regarded by this green point. Okay, and by studying when we are studying about this end-centered unit cell and centered unit cell, when the particles are not only present at the corners but also present at the center of the each opposite face of the unit cell, and in this BCC, sorry बताना भूल गई, and thus it can be represented by this, जैसे opposite ends हैं. Thus it is the representation firstly of the face-centered unit cells, second body-centered unit cells, and third is the end-centered unit cells. Okay, then moving on, we will study some little bit more about this unit cells of the 14 different types that were also being known as the Bravias lattice. Okay, There are the seven crystal systems: cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, and etc. etc. We will discuss them one by one. Firstly, here comes the cubic type of the crystal system. And in this crystal systems, it is having three possible variations. First is the primitive, in which particles are present only at the corners. Second is body centered, in which instead of in addition to the corners, the particles are also present at the center of the body. And third is FCC, in which the particles not only at the corners but also at the center of the each face of this unit cell. And regarding its axial distances, or we can say that edge lengths, thus A is equal to B is equal to C. All the edge lengths are being equal to each other. And regarding its axial angles, the alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree. All of them, they are the mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, and regarding its examples, NaCl, zinc blende, and copper. Zinc blende is ZnS, NaCl sodium chloride. And now moving on to our next crystal system, which is this tetragonal crystal system. It is having the two possible variations. Firstly, the primitive, and second is the body centered. Regarding its axial distances or edge lengths, the A is equal to B is not equals to C, as it is being clear from the figure that दो लेंथ तो इसकी इक्वल है लेकिन तीसरी लेंथ इसकी इक्वल नहीं है. ओके, जैसे कि ये वाली लेंथ अलग है, ये और ये वाली लेंथ जो है टू डायमेंशन में ये इक्वल है, बट तीसरी इसके इक्वल नहीं है. रिगार्डिंग इट्स एक्सियल एंगल्स, अल्फा इज इक्वल टू बीटा इज इक्वल टू गामा इज इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री. ऑल ऑफ देम दे आर म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर टू each other. And regarding its examples, white tin and titanium oxide, calcium sulfate. Okay, now moving on, uh, we will discuss about the two other uh, crystal systems. Firstly, orthorhombic, and second, the monoclinic. In case of the orthorhombic crystal system, it is having the four possible variation, that is primitive, end centered, body centered, and face centered. ओके, एंड इसमें क्या होगा दैट एक्सियल डिस्टेंसेस और एज लेंथ, दैट ए इज नॉट बीइंग इक्वल टू बी इज नॉट बीइंग इक्वल टू सी. कोई भी इसमें इक्वल नहीं है, ये भी डिफरेंट है, ये भी डिफरेंट है, और ये छोटी वाली भी डिफरेंट है. एंड रिगार्डिंग इट्स एक्सियल एंगल्स, अल्फा इज इक्वल टू बीटा इज इक्वल टू गामा इज इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री. तीनों की तीनों इक्वल हैं, एंड ऑल ऑफ देम दे आर म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर. म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर है, यहाँ पे कोई डिस्टॉर्शन नहीं है इसके एंगल्स में, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल 90 डिग्री के हैं ये. ठीक है, अब इसके अगर एग्जांपल्स की बात करें, देन रोम्बिक सल्फर, ओके, KNO3, and barium sulfate, BaSO4. Now moving on to our next crystal system, which is the monoclinic crystal systems. It is having the two possible variation. Firstly primitive, second is and centered unit cell. Okay, and in this the A is mean not being equal to B is not being equal to C. We can see from this clearly, ये भी ये और ये तीनों में से कोई इक्वल नहीं है. ठीक है, इसकी चाहे लेंथ ब्रेड्थ हाइट हो. And regarding its axial angles, alpha is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree, but beta is not being equal to 90 degree. Okay, beta it may be more than 90 degree or maybe less than 90 degree. इसलिए इसकी जो शेप है slightly distorted सी आती है due to the beta ये जो angle है, क्योंकि दो तो इसमें equal है ना. Third one it is not equal. And examples are monoclinic sulfur and sodium sulfate decahydrate. Okay, we will discuss about the rest crystal systems in our next video. So this is the part one of this is the part one of Bravias lattices. For watching the complete video, please watch the part two of Bravias lattice. Thank you.